So, because we had the video, say it again. Because we had the video games or the aviation.
Well, can I talk about like that? The lounge, that the business class lounge, to me was the focal point of everything that we did for the weekend, for the public weekend, and we tried to make that be something that everybody would enjoy. So not only focusing on aviation, but focusing on some fun things for girls and small children that maybe didn't understand what a simulator was or a video game was. So with that in mind, we did some cool things with popcorn and Coca-Cola. We had coloring stations for some of the smaller kids to sit down, and we got some aviation coloring books donated by Lockheed Martin, which were a big hit. We had crayons, we had little tables and chairs for all these kids to sit at. And I think the most fun thing that we did was the Wii dance videos that seemed to attract everybody of all ages, from little kids that were 2 years old that could barely walk, through adults, grandparents that were taking part in it. We got some great video shots. Even the CEO of the Paris Air Show took part in that, and I think that video actually almost went viral. It definitely went viral around the Paris Air Show organizers' offices. So proving that, you know, we did things and we put things together, and what we had in mind was to attract people of all ages, not just the children and not just people that were aviation enthusiasts. And I think it's something that we would repeat again in the future.
Was Jill a good dancer?
Actually, Jill was a very good dancer, and I don't know, I think I gave him a run for his money.
Did you, how many minutes, how much did you dance?
Way too much. Why? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, well, I danced with little kids that were 3 years old to, I think at one point, a family with a grandmother and a mom and a little kid, and with Gilles. And then we had some of our staff that I thought really were keeping the momentum going, that even when there weren't people that were partaking in the Wii, they themselves were doing it to get the crowd going. And as soon as the crowd saw people doing it, they were very anxious to pitch in, and they were able to pick their own songs, and you know, nobody was really looking and paying attention that they were doing the right moves, but there was a lot of laughing and I don't know, just a lot of good spirits, I think, in the room.
And the overall, like, after all the work that we did, what was the best thing that we gave back to society with this project?
What do you mean? I think that we as Americans gave back.
Do you think that we made did we make a difference?
Yeah, we made a difference. I think with a lot of the people that, you know, paid their hard-earned money to get through the door of the Paris Air Show. I think, you know, it was just something that they enjoyed, and another attraction that they had to take part in that was hands-on before the air show actually started. Typically they would kind of be walking around looking at the aircraft, but going through halls that were empty, and we had a hall, I think, that was set up very, very well, like an airport terminal, and had something every step of the way for them to enjoy. I think we had over 2,000 people on the first day on Saturday, and another 2,000 people on Sunday. So I think that there were a lot of happy kids, you know, as Tom is fond of saying, putting their heads on pillows that night. And I know for me personally, specifically at the end of the first day, I just had a really good feeling in my heart about what we did, and seeing the pleasure on all these people's faces, and quite frankly my own. I think that I hadn't laughed like that or enjoyed something like that in a very long time, and it was something that I know that I went to sleep with that night, my head on a pillow, feeling like we did a really, really good thing.
That's good. Last thing, what surprised you that you didn't think was going to be so popular, but ended up being a popular attraction?
Well, the Wii, because I was a little bit skeptical about it at first. I mean, I knew that I enjoyed it, and I knew that my daughter had enjoyed it, and her friends, and like that, but I really didn't think that it would be such a great attraction. So that surprised me a lot. I think that the simulators were good, but they were for specific ages, and I guess the other thing that really took me by surprise was really how, for lack of a better word, into it our whole team was. You know, we were there, we had worked a really long 10 days before that, and I think that when, even during the build-up period the night before, we were all a little bit skeptical about why are we doing this, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But when the time came and we started seeing the first faces that came through the gate, actually, it was just, I don't know, a good feeling to see people coming in, and it was exciting. And when I saw my staff getting just as excited as all of the other people that were there partaking in everything, it just made me feel really, really good about what we were doing. And I was really happy that everybody was, you know, as excited about it as we were.
Yeah. Did you, side question, do you remember Jill saying that the most important thing of his staff meeting on Sunday morning was to getting Coleman popcorn? Right?
Yes, I do remember that. Unfortunately, he didn't come until after the end of the day, but they tried.
You could say something about Michelle and Barack's picture, because that was very popular. Everybody was laughing. I cut that part out, but if we can, because it was taking up too long a sentence in the thing, but, you know, go back and say, you know, this was popular, that's what, and frankly speaking, everybody rushed as soon as they came in the door. It was the first thing they did.
I mean, I would say the first thing that people saw after they entered through the gate were some of the stand-ups that we had purchased. The first ones being President Obama and. Oh, wait, what's his wife's name?
Michelle.
Oh, sorry.
We have to cut.
How did I start it?
So
I think some of the more popular things also were the stand-ups that we had purchased for people. So as soon as you came through the gates, through the terminal gate, the first thing that you saw was a cutout of President Obama and his wife Michelle, and that proved to be very, very popular. Actually, I think it kept getting knocked down because people were so excited to have their picture taken with the President of the United States. And we had those throughout, from I think we had Amelia Earhart to an astronaut to Mickey and Minnie and Buzz Lightyear even, and the little kids seemed to love the Mickey and Minnie. We had those stationed by the coloring station, and everybody enjoyed taking their picture with those. And I believe the Buzz Lightyear one, you put your face into it, so people actually had the opportunity to get their picture taken looking like an astronaut.
Perfect. Very good.